I'm here in Washington, D.C., standing in front of the Washington Monument, where we memorialize the guy who said, "I cannot tell a lie." He chopped down the cherry tree. Well, I'm here to talk about trust in the workplace, and how important that is to going from good to great. Hi, I'm Jeff Garrison from Results on Purpose, and here we're talking about leadership wisdom just a few minutes at a time. The issue of trust has come up quite a bit lately, and I just wanted to talk about the 4 levels or 4 types of trust that you have to take your business from good to great. The first is that you need to hire people, obviously, that are consistently of good character. It goes without saying, but we're saying it anyway. And to put a fine point on it, there's a difference between genuinely good character and generally good character. Those with generally good character sometimes fall on this truth spectrum, situational spectrum, depending on what's going on or who's in the room. That's how truthful or trustworthy they might be. The second level, or another type of trust, has to do with competency. And we don't think about this all the time when we talk about whether or not people are trustworthy at work. But it's like this. If you had to have an emergency appendectomy, although you trust your significant other, would you allow them to do the surgery? Of course not. Unless they're a surgeon, they're not competent. So there's more to trust than just knowing that someone's of good character. They have to be competent in their role as well. And there's another level of trust, something else that's important, and that has to do with being a cultural fit. And this is hard for leaders. What it looks like is perhaps you have a culture that's a over 40-hour work week culture. That's what your industry is like. But if you have people with a 39-hour-a-week mindset, then you might not trust them to handle something at the last minute on a Friday afternoon. Rather, they're going to leave it until Monday morning. Or if you have a collaborative culture, someone who really doesn't like to work with people, although they might be genuinely trustworthy and competent, they really don't fit the culture, so you can't trust them to maximize the skills of the people around them. And we could go on and on with how lack of cultural fit creates trust issues. I'll just say that this is hard because if you don't have it as a leader, the idea that you might have to move someone on or let them go who is a good person and a competent person just doesn't feel right. But they are an anchor if they don't fit the culture. And the last level of trust that's required is just this open and honest communication. Call it radical transparency. It's the kind of communication where, I'm not going to hold back because I'm concerned about how you or someone else might react to what I have to say, or I'm not going to couch how I say to try to control the situation. We're just going to tell the truth for the greater good of the company. And lots of companies and leadership teams believe they have that until they truly experience it, or until the issues get really hard. Then they start to figure out that maybe it's not there. But you need to foster all 4 levels of trustworthiness, or all 4 types of trustworthiness in your company to go from good to great. This is just a quick treatment of trustworthiness in the workplace. To hear a little bit more and maybe some other examples, tune into the Results on Purpose podcast on iTunes or your favorite platform. And if you're curious about business coaching, reach out to me on LinkedIn or visit resultsonpurpose.com.